Morning, well, Hippy Trev here. So, back into the boat. So she's running like crap, and with everything I fucked around with yesterday, I'm going to go straight back in and I'm going to reset them plugs back up to that gap. That's my thickest feeler gauge, 035. That says 035, that's my thickest feeler gauge. I'm going to go in, I'm going to redo every plug to that thickness and see if we can start up again. Let's have a go. See how we go. Start with number one here. We'll see the colour of the plug. Oh yeah, so yeah, she's quite black. This was the richer side, and that's the gap. Porcelain's not even white anymore, it's very discoloured. That's what I'm putting back in. Yeah, very black and not much gap. Yeah, that's a nice healthy gap. Not so dark. Yeah, not much of a gap there. Fucking can't see shit. Not so black, but the gap's still pretty small. Nice big healthy gap. Right, done. Right, that's number 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 1, 2. Oh shit! I had these on the wrong fucking way round. Holy fuck! I think I had the. I think I had those back two plug leads on the wrong way around. Maybe that's why she was running so shit. No, well, I'm committed now. Damn. All right, I'm committed. Go back to regapping all them plugs, bigger. Now I got a funny feeling. I have my two back leads on the wrong way around. That would have explained why she was running like shit. Oh, like I said, I'm committed now. Oh, look at that. That's as black as black as black. Nice big healthy gap. Definitely not as black. Yeah, I think I had those, I had me fucking back two spark plugs on the wrong way around, on the left bank. I think that's what I had wrong. Right, now the two worst plugs to get in and out. Number 2 and number 1. Well, I think, well, it's actually number 4. Yeah. Fairly white, clean. Well, that was almost closed right up. That gap's almost closed right up, completely. Now, I'm going to need my rubber tubing to get this number 2 plug in. Because the dipstick makes it really hard. Probably can't see, but the dipstick down there makes it really hard to get in there. So, just use a bit of... Come on, get on there, fucker. There we go, gotcha. Just like that. Bit of rubber tubing. Makes it so much easier when you can't get into places. Right. Plug number 1. Plug number 1 down here. I use my ring spanner. Because there's no room for a socket down there. Come on, pop it underneath. Very black, very sooty black, very black. And looks like that one was already over gapped anyway. Alrighty, let's see if I can get this in. Bastard spot to get in this number plug here because of the power steering pump. It's just a fucking pain to get into. And I gotcha. Rightio, gotcha. Right, finger tight as much as possible. Right, tight, done. Let's put our old plug wires back on, hopefully the right way this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Number 2. And number 1. Right, well, that's all the plugs in and re-gapped. I'm going to do a cold start. There's a cold start. See how we go. Plus the timing will be out. Totally different car. Totally different. Rightio. Well, time's definitely going to be out. I don't know which way yet. Not that way. You might start her about there. Alright, we'll start her about there. I'll go for a test drive. Take my new Butte spanner with me. Get my timing set to where it's not pinging or pinging and back from pinging. And then we go about redoing the whole carby. So I think what most of the problem was, I had me back two plugs, wires on back to front. I had this wire, that and that one was swapped back to front. I just realised it when I was pulling them out this morning and changing the leads over. So anyway, this is still running rough. I might do a quick play of the carby. Right, I'm going to leave there. I'm going for a drive up the road and I'm going to try and get my timing right. So, all right, catch you on the way back later. I'll let my screwdriver go. Must be on the other side of the ground. Okay, we're back. So she's pretty much power timed. Right now, she's pretty much power tuned. There was just a very, very, very light taste of a ping down low, but out in the highway it's good. I'm just going to retard it just a little bit more. Too much. Somewhere around there. Rightio. Now I really need to get into the carby next, so. Rightio, well, I really need to get into the carby next. I power tuned it. I had the bloody two leads on back to front. Fuck, I wish I'd have picked on that first thing this morning, but anyway, it's done. I've re-gapped everything now to a nice healthy gap. She's still running a bit rough. Bank's definitely running different either side. I'm going to pull the metering block off. I'm going to just go blow everything out and start again. But I think we sorted out what was going on yesterday. Spark plug leads on back to front. So anyway, I'm going to let this cool down, drain all the fuel out and get into the carby. So rightio worlds, get back to you a bit later. Bye. Rightio worlds, well, amazingly, spark plug leads on the wrong way. Okay, you have days like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to order a whole new set of plugs. She's running now, so I've fully re-gapped it. She's running now. So even though I put the bigger gap back in it, what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy a new set of plugs, brand new. Now, rightio, so it's good to know I put them plug wires on back to front and F that up completely, and that's why the whole of yesterday afternoon went down to, why doesn't my car go from flying to crying? Well, I'm back to flying again. Woohoo. So now we've just got to get into the more finer things. So now what I have done is I'm going to take you off. Wait, that sounded disgusting. So So I've power timed it, got it to ping, backed it off a bit, then just coming down the streets at low speed unload, she just feathered a ping, so backed her off another bee's dick. And now I've power timed the timing. It's set and forget at the moment. It can actually stay where it is. I'm keep looking at this battery, see how quick it's going to go flat. So the timing can stay, it starts, runs and goes, no worries. So I've got other things to look at. Now, I did throw the timing light on, and at idle, this is where the time mark. So my time mark should be up here. Here's my timing marks of degrees and stuff all here, all right? So the timing mark should be falling up here somewhere on these slots. Well, it's here. And if you add advance, it takes off down here. And if you retard it, then it comes back up to here. Well, if I bring that up to these timing marks, this thing's going to be so retarded, she won't fucking go. So, Max, sorry, I don't mean to offend you about your timeline, mate, or anyone's timeline, but this is sort of why I tend not to use them. I sort of don't really need them. And as we're saying with the old girls, if you've got a brand new car and you need everything in spec, timeline's perfect, boom, set it all up. These old girls, they've got miles on them. Even though it's a brand new harmonic, doesn't mean the timing line, even though it's a brand new harmonic, doesn't mean those timing marks are in the right place. They're a guide, and that's about it. So, his Uncle Tom's or someone's garage, or no, it doesn't matter who it was, and he explained how he power times, which is exactly how I power time. So you get your car running, you take her out in the street, you dump it wide open throttle, she pings, you retard it. If she doesn't ping, you spin your dizzy forward on advance, and then when you start getting pinged, then you just back it off, beast stick at a time. And then when the pinging goes away, I do just one more back off, boom, that's a power time. That's where your ignition needs to be, no matter whatever it says down on the marks. Never believe your timing marks, especially on the old Holdens. So, rightio, now it's into the carby. I think it's time to have a mess with that. Sorry. Rightio, so now it's into the carby, and I think it's time to have a mess with that. And someone's going to be very, very disappointed with me. But anyway, I was going through my PAL valves and all my gear and all my shit, and on this metering block, I happened to find a 4.5 PAL valve that I think's okay. So what I've got that. I'll put you down here on the table. So I've got this metering block with a 4.5, and it looks nice, clean. I'm going to soak that in fuel first. I can throw some 63 jets in. I was just going over this Holly. Already has the choke removed. I do not need choke on this car. I was actually thinking about taking the choke out of this one. I don't need choke. This car starts straight away. It never needs choke. Looks all, it's got extra holes that mine doesn't have. And even under here, I don't have these extra outlets. I'd have to find a block for that, which I probably don't have. Choke's already removed. I don't know what CFM this is, and if anyone knows their CFM numbers, they can tell me this. If this was a 500, this would be a win. So, number up the top here, I'm going to read the number from the top, and if anyone knows their Hollies better than me, they can tell me what I've got here. So it's a list number 80179, and stamped under that looks like M829. So I think they're the only numbers you really need to go off. So if anyone wants to check out that out for me and tell me, I believe it's a 350. I know nothing about this. I think I actually had this on my 186 for a while, and then ended up going back to, I think, the one I sold the car with. So this needs a bit of a soak in petrol as well. So that's what I can do. I can put in, or I can just set this metering block up, cleaned all up, set this metering block up into my existing carby. I need this base plate. Bleh. I need this base plate gasket before I go tearing mine off and testing this out. So this is what's handy, having this stuff around. I can set up different carbies and change over, boom, done, nice and quick, easy. So this needs a good soaking in petrol and whatever. I am thinking of actually removing the choke out of mine. It doesn't need it. So there's all these different sizes in here. Then you start coming to whatever these are. That's like whatever size they are. they can be all missed and changed with and save off. There's so many things you can do to set up your carb. Basically, what I really want to do, all I really want to do right now is just get mine running nice and have a little bit of power there. So out in the road there before running it, even though the carb is totally distuned and running like shit, and obviously I'd say those plug gaps are a little bit way too wide. Pick up and go. She was just running absolutely beautiful. So anyway, I'm going to pull the carby down, blow it all out with the air compressor, Maybe set up this metering block. I've got, if I need, I shouldn't. I've got these gaskets here. I've got other gaskets. I've got thermostat. You know, I've got every gasket I need, bar the base plate gasket. So, but anyway, I can't even say that, base plate gasket. So anyway, I'm going to pull this to bits. I think I can adjust, which I can't see. This fuel pump thing could be, oh, that does feel pretty good. And all right, I do not use the power drills, taking these off. Right, just crack them. It's alloy, you don't need to you don't have to have a lot of force to undo these. So we're about to drop all my fuel out of the carby. There we go. It's why you don't do this hot. Run straight down the back of the motor. Well, it's not meant to be, but it is. I should have stopped it. Straight down the back of the motor. Hollies are easy. They're like an old Holden, single stromy. Especially just these little twin throats, there's not much to them. There we go. Gasket looks good, fuel bowl and everything looks good. Everything. The big GT fan found me vac gauge. It wasn't in the box after all. There we go. That comes off. I'm going to take this gasket off here. Am I? No, I'm going to leave the gasket on actually. So there's my metering block, and I'm going to try and get a reading on what power valve I've got. So the screws, just didn't like the way the screws were sitting. Didn't like anything about it. I'm going to set up the air compressor and just blow everything around it. Soak all them in fuel, blah, 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 put it all back together and see if I can do a decent retune. So, rightio. Well, I'm going to fire up the air compressor, give all that a decent blowout, nice and clean. I'm going to soak these couple of items in fuel, clean all them. I'm not going to play with that today. I'm going to set up some 63 jets in this metering block using, I'm sorry to say, the 4.5 power valve. I don't even know if this power valve works, so it might be good, might be not, I don't know. And see if that makes any difference to any like power, running, tuning, anything like that. It certainly can't hurt. And if worse comes to worse, I just put the old jets and power valve back in. So the only numbers I can find on this power valve is 160, so I don't really know, there's nothing on the side. I thought that was a 6.5. I honestly, right now, I have absolutely no idea what size power valve this is. On the other hand, I do know what size power valve this is, and I've got jets to throw in there, so we're going to We're going to stick this power, I'm going to stick this metering block in, hope all my screw jets and everything are all good. The little leather washers are missing. Hopefully I can find them out of another power one before I put that in so the screws aren't flopping around. And we'll see what happens when I do that. So, righto, well, let's get back to when I've got all that done. Later, bye. Okay, so had that soaking in. Oh, I haven't found me replacement idle jets. Me mixture screws, eh? Look, that one looks all right. I'm really hoping this does make a difference. Right, so now we take him all the way down to 0. There we are. Zero. That's fucking tight. Rightio, both idle screws are in and zeroed out in totally opposite directions. That's forward. We go out 1.5 turns. So 1.5, what does that mean? Well, there's your slot. We go out on both sides. This is your starting point. Half, 1, half. This is where we start. Half, 1, half. Rightio. Now, let's get some jets in there. Here we go, some 63 jets. Nip. Nip. Right, that's good to go. Vacuum advance hose lining. So one of the things is when you're installing, make sure that goes in the right way. So, oh, that doesn't work for me. Right, that goes that way then. Rightio, so that goes on there like that. This comes all the way over like so. That goes there under that. And it helps if I put the, what's going on here? There we go. Get a top bolt in. Like so. I'll hold it in place. And we get the rest of the bolts in. Now, she's not going to start straight away because there's no fuel in there. So I'll have to crank it over a few times, or I'll put a dribble of fuel down the carby just to get it started. I've got some there I can use, so might as well, I suppose. Oh, wrong hole. Vacuum line goes on there. Yep. Rightio. That's how we've just changed a whole power valve over, metering block. I've also changed my jet sizes. I've gone down to 63s from 65s, but I've still used the same that. Right, nip up. Nothing has to be tight. It's all just alloy, so just nip, nip, nip. I've never had a problem with holly gaskets really leaking. Even old ones don't really leak until they're been so reused they are no longer reusable. I'll just go around triple times, make sure everything's hunky-dory, which it is. So in theory, apart from not having any petrol in the carby, we should be good to go. Which I'm going to put a dribble in the carby. Just a dribble. Straight down the throat so it doesn't go through any of the jets. Oh. Sounds pretty good. This line's a bit big, but let's see if this one works. The line's too fat. No. Oops! Well, so much for saving that vacuum gauge. Now, someone said I should be pulling the... hang on. Where's my screwdriver? Someone did say I should be pulling the vacuum line off the distributor. I don't think it makes a lot of difference, but we'll do it just to please everybody else. Now, will you sit there? Nope. Alright. So we're at 1.5 turns out. I'm going in. That's actually going up that number. I time better without a gauge. So they were 1.5 turns out and I've gone in, not out. Alright, now let's see what my gauge is going to do for me. Such a low idle. I reckon that's pretty good. Fuck the gauge. I don't need a gauge. I'll do it by ear. I'm going for a quick run, not taking you with me. Just going down the road and back to see how it feels, make sure I'm not pinging, blah, blah, blah. Get back to you shortly. Bye. I'm back. That is so good. Still a little bit of fine tuning, just to get that run a little bit smoother. But overall, she liked that 4.5 jet. She really liked the 4.5 jet. The 60 jets sort of running at a bit of top end around 80 odd mile an hour. Oh, that one's smooth, right there. I'm happy with that. It's running good. No, she's good. Sweet as. That's it. Wash is done. She sounds pretty good. Right now, I'm okay with everything in that. Mate, so sorry, found that 4.5 power valve. It's in there, running the 60 jet. I'm going to run like this. I've got to do a run up to Bundy, hopefully mid this week. It probably won't be until Wednesday at the earliest for reasons we will not get into. Could be as late as Thursday. I'm trying to get up there to you, Wayne. I'm just going to tootle around town, do a few things, just a little bit more play here, but I think I'm good as done as far as this. Definitely running better. All right, problem. Fucking plug wire was on the wrong way around yesterday. That was the whole thing. I didn't even pick up on it. Just didn't even pick up on it. It was just like, come out this morning and went to re-gap those plugs. And okay, anyway. Can't do anything about that now. That was yesterday. My next true plan of attack is I'm going to buy some brand new plugs. So if anyone can tell me best plugs with part number, best heat range for what I'm in, like, you know, while we're in the middle of winter right now, it's 26, 27 degrees up here. I'm actually sweating in the shorts. It's fucking beautiful up here at the moment. I should be out on the bike, but I'm not. So, and it's only going to get hotter from here. I think we're expecting 27, like their forecast for today was 25 at best. We're already over that now. And the next few days we're getting up around 27, 28. So we're almost back up into the 30s already. Like, fuck yes. The nights are still cold, but anyway. So I need a heat range for, like, summer up here, 40, 45 plus. I need a good heat range. Do not run a choke, never needs choke. Cold start, even at fucking -2 degrees here in the morning, she'll start without a choke and just run a little bit rough for a fitting. So I want a new set of spark plugs and I want to have them gapped exactly where they should be. Maybe an exact factory gap plus a B-stick, just because I've got that big ass coil there, just to get a little bit extra fucking. They say that you can do that when you've got a big ass coil and electronic ignition. You can beef up your spark gap by a little bit, not like a lot. So at the moment I'm running massive big gap and she's actually purring. I think changing that metering box also helped, and I think going down to the 4.5 power valve, mate, I'm so sorry, mate, I'll send you some stickers. Email me your postal address, mate, before you send it off, and I'll actually send you some stickers for the trouble. Better be quick. I've only got 2 stickers. I've only got 3 stickers left. I'm out of stickers pretty much. So anyone else, don't send any money for stickers. None left. All gone. No stickers here. All gone. Yeah. So at the moment, I'm liking the 4.5 valve. The 60 jet's not sure, but at the moment I just did a run down the road. Had a good run. Had pick up, take off power. Blah blah blah. Like I said, she she started to be topped out at around 80 miles an hour. It was pretty much topped out. 80 to 85 miles an hour was pretty much topped out, where with the 65s I can go right the way through to 95 plus and keep going if she wanted to. So anyway, right now, very happy with the boat. Anyway, right now, very happy with the boat where she is right now. The next thing is back to spark plugs, original, some good. The next thing is back to spark plugs, some good quality spark plugs, a really good heat range, and the perfect gap that I can get to suit this coil and distributor. And this thing's purring for a long time. That motor's sweater. I haven't lost a load. There's no ticking. There's no rattles. This car is where it should have been. Maybe when I head up to Bundy later in the week, I'll drop in Autobarn, maybe grab some good quality oil. I might grab another Holly gasket base, but really, I don't think I need to. This thing's running so much better, I reckon, than there was sitting in that carby. So look, so a new set of good quality spark plugs and rightly gapped. I think the boat will be literally set and forget, and I can get back up onto my bus roof, was where I need to be with all this beautiful weather coming before it gets too hot to be up there in the beautiful weather. So rightio world, that's it for today. So stay safe, keep your knees in the breeze, and we'll catch you later. Bye.